So let's go into the Greek stuff, because that was another thing that the Eggers were very open about.
They say it in the movie.
Yeah, I mean,
he says the name.
It's in the dialogue. Yeah. I want to preface it with a quote from Heraclitus, the philosopher. This is a quote about lighthouses. Interestingly, this plays into the Lovecraft stuff we were just talking about. This is a quote. That which was and always is and will be everlasting fire, the same for all, the cosmos, made neither by God nor man, replenishes in measure as it burns away. It's as if this lighthouse was always there, always burning infinitely, and it is just somehow ever present, ever existent. It's like like one of the 7 wonders of the world is the Pharos Lighthouse, which is the first ever.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It's in Alexandria.
That's cool.
It's the first ever lighthouse. Oh, I'm going to rip your mind apart with that one in just a minute. Pharos was the name. It was the first ever one. And who I think Ptolemy may have built it.
That would make sense.
And they wrote about it in either the Iliad or the Odyssey. I know Homer wrote it, but yeah, I have it right here. Lighthouses were invented in ancient Greece, most likely by Ptolemy when he created Pharos, and they were often considered sacred.
Wow.
So it's like...
Okay, that's deep. Dude.
Yeah, it's super deep. Pharos it's one of the wonders of the world, partially because of its size, but also because it was an engineering marvel from the ancient world.
So when you really think about it, like the light is symbolic of the wisdom of the mystery schools.
100%. 100%. I feel like that's the allegory.
Yeah.
They erected this giant monolith, phallus.
Right.
This giant monolith with this like all-seeing eye at the top that spins and sees light, everything. Yeah. It's omnipotent.
It lights the darkness into the sea.
And
shines light into the abyss or whatever.
And guides people.
Yeah.
But
when you see into the light, you're like insane with knowledge.
It's overwhelming power, yeah.
There's a shot in the new Hellraiser about that, by the way.
There's a new Hellraiser?
Yeah, it sucks, dude. but point being, it's the same concept.
That's cool.
It came out this past year, 2022.
I never saw the original one.
The original one is actually one of the best horror films ever.
Really?
Yes. It's phenomenal. But to get back to the lighthouse thing, and the most recent Hellraiser that just came out, spoiler, the character at the end, he's like, if you don't know about Hellraiser, it's these like, they're called Cenobites. They're these like kind of like eldritch demons from another realm that like they blur the lines of like pleasure and pain, and like they torture you, but like from their perspective it's like that's pleasure, you know what I mean? It's just a way out there concept.
That sounds kind of Lovecraftian.
It kind of is. Yeah. And it was written in the 80s by Clive Barker. Amazing movie, the original. But anyway, so the character at the end, he's like taken to the realm of the Cenobites, and his like it's really graphic and gruesome, but his like skin is being peeled off. but because that's what they do. They have these hooks and they like torture you. But like the crazy freaky characters, there's some of them who are like, that's like they're seeking this. You know what I mean?
They're like into it.
They're crazy. Ooh. Yeah. And he's like got this face of like pure, like kind of like bliss. And he's revealed this huge shining white light. It's like it's weird. It's like, the truth is like on outside of our border of understanding between pain and pleasure, basically.
That is kind of...
It's a similar concept.
It is.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shown differently.
I kind of want to watch that, the OG one.
Yeah. Well, no, this is in the new one.
Oh, so that shot wasn't in the original.
No.
Oh.
It's only in the new one. That was the only cool thing about it.
Does the new one have like the same plot as the original?
Completely different. Completely different.
But it wasn't as good.
Nowhere near.
Okay, cool. I want to watch the original.
Yeah, you should watch the OG.